During the special week from June 23rd to 27th, our channel continues to bring to our viewers the most surprising and dramatic developments of the shocking film, Beyond the Gates. Hidden secrets. Fragile relationships are being tested, dark conspiracies are gradually revealed through each frame. If you are a fan of complex stories, thrilling scripts, and emotional characters, then you definitely cannot miss the episodes airing this week. And now, let's dive into the series of tense and haunting details that have been shaping the storm that is about to hit all the characters. Dani's anger this time can no longer be contained. She no longer wants to continue witnessing what she considers to be a blatant lie from Haley, a woman who always knows how to show herself as a victim in every situation, especially when she wants to keep her man. Dani feels that she cannot continue to stay silent when Haley once again claims that she is pregnant. According to Dani, all Haley is doing is creating an illusion, a false story with the sole purpose of keeping her lover by her side with fake feelings. However, all those accusations are suddenly challenged when Haley suddenly holds her stomach and starts showing signs of real pain right in the hospital hallway. The pain is no longer fake but has become a serious condition that requires the entire medical team to act immediately. Haley bends over in pain, collapses to the floor, sweat pouring out like a shower, making even Dani suspect that maybe this time she is wrong. The crowd around them was buzzing, and nurses rushed in with stretchers and fetal heart monitors. The atmosphere was tense and tense. An eerie silence fell as the doctors rushed Haley into the emergency room. No one was sure if the baby was real, and if so, if it could survive this crisis. And in that brief moment, Dani began to feel the line between lies and reality was frighteningly thin. Meanwhile, on another floor of the building, Martin made a discovery that would change his entire life. As he walked through a less frequented hallway, he discovered a door locked with an electronic code. A hunch told him that something was hidden behind that door. He quickly tried to break in and after much effort, the door opened, revealing a large room with soft lighting and an oval conference table. Inside were the most powerful figures in politics, finance, and media, the people who controlled the world from the shadows. But what made Martin paralyzed was not their presence, but the person standing in the middle of the room, his father, Ted. Martin felt his heart stop for a moment. Ted had no idea that his son had witnessed the entire meeting. When confronted by Martin later, Ted was forced to admit that he had been hiding a terrible secret for decades. The secret was not only related to his shady dealings, but also directly related to Nicole, the woman Martin loved deeply. The truth that Ted revealed shattered all of Martin's hopes of a reunion with Nicole. Not only has he been betrayed by the person he loves most, but he has also been forced to choose between truth and love, between personal honor and forgiveness. Martin's eyes darken as he leaves the room, carrying a broken heart and an unanswered question. Can he forgive Ted and continue on the path he has chosen, or will he expose everything and let everything fall apart? Not far away, Jacob is following the unusual traces in the financial reports related to Elon, Marcel, and Joey. With the sharp eyes of a financial expert, Jacob soon discovers that behind the seemingly legitimate investments lies a large-scale money laundering system. The mismatched balance sheets, the offshore bank accounts with unknown owners, and the appearance of shell companies make him understand that a huge conspiracy is underway. But when Jacob shares his suspicions with Naomi, the two quickly realize that they are being followed. Strange calls, threatening messages, and the feeling of being watched keep them from sleeping. Jacob begins to realize that continuing to investigate will not only put him in danger, but also put Naomi in a deadly spiral. However, he cannot turn back. The truth is too close to give up. He knows that if he does not expose this conspiracy, the consequences will not only affect them but also spread to the entire financial community of the city. And no matter the cost, Jacob is willing to pay the price to protect the truth and the woman he loves. At the same time, Kenneth, a name that seemed to have sunk into oblivion, suddenly returns. As a waiter who once worked for the Dupree family, Kenneth holds a lot of sensitive information that outsiders cannot know. The wiretapping and accidentally recording internal conversations become weapons in Kenneth's hands when he decides to blackmail Vernon. With a cold face and calculating eyes, Kenneth approached Vernon and made a request: either pay a huge sum of money to keep the secret, or let the secrets leak to the public. Vernon, who had always been in control of every situation, was in a state of panic this time. He couldn't let Anita know about this, because she was the only person in the family he didn't want to hurt. But at the same time, he couldn't let Kenneth manipulate him freely. Vernon immediately took action, hired a team of crisis management experts, and had people monitor Kenneth's every move. However, no matter how careful he acted, anxiety still gnawed at him every night. The shadow of collapse was silently falling over the Dupree family, and Vernon had very little time left to stop it. Vernon had very little time left to stop it all before Kenneth took action. However, while he was calculating his moves, a shocking incident occurred. A video was sent anonymously to all major media outlets in the area, recording images of a secret meeting between Kenneth and a high-ranking member of the Dupree family, not Vernon, but Anita. The images showed that Anita not only knew everything, but also seemed to have orchestrated the whole thing from the beginning as part of a plot to overthrow her husband and control the entire family fortune. Vernon was stunned when he watched the clip. All the efforts to hide, all the calculations to protect the woman he loved, turned out to be just a one-sided game. It was Anita who had manipulated the entire board. The real nightmare was just beginning. At the hospital, while everyone was still anxiously waiting for news from the emergency room, a panicked nurse rushed out, announcing that Haley had just fallen into a coma. But what's even more shocking is that when the doctor performs a final ultrasound to check the pregnancy, the results show no fetus. The uterus is completely empty. Haley is not pregnant. And all the pain, all the physical phenomena, are caused by a dangerous stimulant that has been injected into her body. An outside conspiracy is suspected. No one knows who is behind this behavior. Is it Danny, an ex-lover, or an even more dangerous third party in the dark? And Martin, who seems to have fallen into the abyss after Ted's confession, suddenly receives a package of documents sent anonymously. Inside are photos from many years ago, recording Nicole talking with a high-ranking figure in the secret organization, and it is none other than Martin's biological mother. He has long believed that his mother died in an accident. But now, the truth is revealed: she never died. She has lived in the shadows for decades as one of the most powerful architects behind every tragedy that has befallen Martin's family. The biggest question now is no longer who betrayed Martin, but why are all the people he loves the most the ones who have lied to him all his life? Jacob and Naomi, after thinking they were close to the truth about the illegal financial line, fall into a worse nightmare when Naomi is kidnapped right in front of their house. A piece of paper with the words written in blood is left: "Stop, or she will be the first to die." Jacob falls to his knees in the rain, shaking his hands holding the bloody piece of paper, realizing he has gone too far into the maze with no way back. Stay tuned and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the next shocks of Beyond the Gates. The upcoming episodes will shock you even more, when the truth is finally revealed, and none of them can live as before.